Greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and today we're discussing something kind of crazy. I want to start out by saying this is 100% speculation. I have no confirmed outside sources or anything like that. It's just the pieces of this puzzle that I've put together myself. And now, in order for us to start, we need to go to Twitter. I want to first start out by highlighting my friend here, Sean White, who is one of the designers on Blizzard. He's on the Diablo team. And he's actually the guy that was responsible for putting some of the Necromancer class and item and sort of getting it solid. So, great work to him. Thank you very much for all of that. Now, I want to preface that just so you know that this is someone from Blizzard. And then pop over to this conversation in particular. Back on August 25th of 2017, when we were PTRing Season 12, so patch 2.6.1, when all the great changes were coming in for all the classes, all their items being updated, all the sets being updated, etc., this tweet popped up, and I found it kind of peculiar because he said, "Disappointing, nobody has found the PTR secret." And usually people jump all over this, they want to get conspiracy theories out there. What does it mean, PTR secret? So you can kind of see we had a little back and forth. And, PTR was done, and we never really figured it out. So I was kind of racking my brain like, what could it have been? And he left one last clue here, which was that it's still out there with not much time left. With all the cool 2.6.1 changes, Necro is still pretty nice memes, right? And this triggered something in my head because A, he mentioned the Necro, and B, he mentioned memes and spelled it that particular way, which of course refers to Dank Meme, who's the PTR vendor in the game. And so I figured out, that must mean you just have to buy something with the Necromancer that's not for the Necromancer at Dank Meme. And he said, bingo. So if we go back to the PTR here, which is where I am, with my Necromancer, as I mentioned, you have Dank Meme here, who's the PTR vendor. And of course, he sells all the Necromancer sets, and then some stuff here as well for Necros. And then this bag right here at the bottom is for all the other classes to get their updated items. So if you're on the Crusader, you'd get your Blade of Prophecy, you would get your Gerfalcon's Foot, whatever, right? So technically, as a Necromancer, you would never buy this package because this shouldn't ever give you any items, right? However, if you do buy it, which I just did, and you pop that sucker open, it drops a Muddied Parchment. If you then pick that up and inspect it, it says, the words are illegible from the elements and what appear to be claw marks. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the Druid class, they are all about the elements and claws because they transform into bears, or maybe werewolves, or wolves, or whatever have you. They transform into things that usually have some sort of paw, clawing to do with them. So that's relatively interesting and makes me think that, man, that seems to be another hint perhaps of the Druid class either having been planned or maybe still planned and just never made it to the game or is coming at some point in the future, especially when we couple it with this whole Fiacla-Géar situation. So for those who may or may not remember, the Season 12 wings that you can get are the Fiacla-Géar, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but they have this tag to them, right? And Fiacla-Géar actually references in the lore of Diablo the Druid, like the Druid. This is the first Druid. The call-out text for this is, don't let a Druid see you wearing these wings, as they may think you killed one of their brethren. So again, another call-out to Druid, right? Pretty interesting. If you pop back over here, there's some mention again, Fiacla-Géar, the wings, for the Druid of the same name. And then of course there was a little trivia that these were actually previously named the Seraphim wings, and then they were changed to make this Druid reference when this PTR popped up for Season 12/patch 2.6.1. And of course, if you were to dig further, you would see that Fiacla-Géar was one of the ancients, the first generation of Nephilim in Sanctuary, and the founder of the Druids. So is this enough to put together a conspiracy theory that perhaps the Druid was planned for Diablo 3 and just got scrapped? I thought maybe we would have seen an announcement for another character pack that brought the Druid to Diablo 3 at BlizzCon 2017. Obviously, that did not transpire. However, it might not be out of the question that in BlizzCon 2018, which is going to be later this year, that they perhaps surprise us with a character pack and it is indeed the Druid. It would be a way for them to kind of keep the cycle of development going for D3, maybe while we wait for Diablo 4, whatever the next game will be. But at the same time, there's plenty of counterpoint there because maybe they already moved all their resources off of D3 and it's in maintenance mode, and they're fully working on the next game, so there's no one to develop a class like the Druid for Diablo 3. But I want to hear what you guys think. This is, I don't know, I just happened to find this whole thread and had to go back into the PTR since it's live right now, like we reported in our video yesterday. So, do you guys think that this has any credibility? Is the Druid a thing? It would make a lot of sense. It's a space that they haven't explored yet in terms of a class that transforms. There's room for it, so they could do it, but I want to know what y'all think. Hop into the comments section below. I'll put a bunch of links to these things in the video description if you want to reference all the Twitter conversation or any of the wiki links yourself. Feel free to do that research and let me know. Well, you know, speculation's fun. That's all we really have at this point. There's no real new news coming as far as Diablo 3 is concerned, at least at this moment. So let's make up some news of our own. I'll see you guys in the next video. Feel free to subscribe if you like this content. If you want to see some more stuff in the future, I'll be doing news posts, preparation for Season 13, all that good stuff. So until next time, take care and adios.